team behind the scenes. As well will also be our sister table that will be bouncing back and forth will be Dave Daly and Javier Venezuela, but this is our featured match here. And here we go, everybody. Brady Golan to break off.
Ready to kick off this year's Seattle Snooker Open. We'll hear it.
Thank you very much, Itoi.
And NTO?
NTO
22.
Yes, it's good to be back in Seattle. I'm quite happy. I really enjoy the hospitality that you guys always bring to me.
Yes, sir. We got to have the best, or Bernie's best.
We do. I have brought Bernie's best south of the border, that's for sure.
Let's go.
So if there's a player out there to make a century, they'll get 100 Canadian dollars.
Let's go.
So that's 25 American, right? Is that the exchange rate?
Something like that, yeah. And there we go. Classic Angus. That's what we were saying earlier. Angus is a pretty quick shooter, so don't miss a step when you're playing him. He gets down, he rifles.
But I saw a little discussion before this match that Dave Daly was telling Angus, take your shots, don't leave anything easy on. You're playing a really good player.
Oh, yeah.
Dave does know the caliber of Brady, so... And if anyone was in the room last night, they would have been treated to a feast of potting. Actually, the two Canadian chaps, Ross Bradson and Brady Golan, were in the room just practicing, and it was a feast for the eyes. They were potting everything in sight and just getting comfortable with these tables. Yeah, this could be...
Man, it was a good opportunity here.
Yeah. Black is open to both corner pockets. Won't get there just yet. I think he's got a good angle on the green to come back down to the business end of the table. I do apologize for the doorbell. That's how our friends come into the room.
We'll turn it down right now. I knew there was something I forgot to do before we started. So it looks like what he's on is it a break of 5?
True, that's his second green. So yeah, now he's got a good opportunity. One good shot here puts him on the black, and commentator's curse hits him again. Otter family, good that they're tuning in. Glad that they're enjoying to see some snooker in the States. Yeah, it's we're in the growth, I think, of the game here, whereas I hail from Canada, and Canada had quite a rich tradition of it. Actually, a gentleman you're seeing in this match, Brady Golan, was over on the Pro Tour in England. So us in Canada do have a good history of snooker. America, not as much. But this family at Ox here is doing a great job to promote the game and just give the opportunity to these Americans to play this great game of snooker. We have 4 tables at Ox Otter family. That's nice. Our friend Carl, who's down in Rochester, Washington, has just recently opened up a club. And I think he has 3 tables, so there's a beautiful shot right there. A really fantastic club, great layout, all tables in action here at the 2023 Seattle Snooker Open. That might be a bit costly there for Angus. Pink does pass that red into the top left corner. Well, that's great to hear. Otter family down in Portland, Oregon, they have 2 tables, 2 snooker tables. Great to hear. If anyone out there is in Connecticut, please let me know if you have any tables. A good friend of the community up in British Columbia, Tyler Schutka, who helped out a lot with refereeing, has moved out to Connecticut and is in dire need to find some snooker action out there. So if anybody knows anything about the scene in Connecticut, I'm all ears.
They have 2 snooker tables in all of Portland. Wow. It's not many. I think one of them's at Legends Billiards, I believe, in Beaverton. Kind of the Portland-ish area, I guess. It's the club that hosted the other half of the Northwest Cup in our pool tournaments here in the Northwest. Or the Pacific West, I guess you'd say.
Yes, the age-old battle. There's our first debate, obviously, on the stream, where there's always good discussion. We might be in the Pacific Northwest here in Seattle, but if you go to Vancouver, British Columbia, it's considered the Pacific Southwest. But we've got a good family here. I think it's just the Pacific West.
Ooh, we got a legend in the chat, on the Facebook chat. Raymond Fung, what's up, bros? He says, how's it going, buddy? Welcome. We got some more Snooker Live for you. You know this table quite well. Last you were here, you were making quite the ruckus in the U.S. Nationals. Raymond Fung there, runner-up for the U.S. Nationals 2022. Awesome final. You guys can go back and watch it on our YouTube and Facebook pages. It was an awesome final. Mr. Selby, I call him in that match. He played some nasty saves back and forth. So now we got some safeties going back. Did it feel? It felt a little bit like he was maybe going for that, or was he trying to? At the speed he hit it at, I don't think he was trying to come back up to bulk, right?
Yeah, the one thing I would say might, sway in Angus's favor a little bit is being from the Seattle. He's used to these tables, but Brady, who's no stranger to the game, was in here a lot yesterday, and so he's leaving nothing to chance.
Well, if what you're saying is true, that he's previously on tour, this is effectively the table that the pros are playing on tour today. So maybe back in the day they were a little bit different, but I'm sure the quality is up to his standards if he's used to that.
It's true, yeah. I think they were old Rileys or BCEs that were played back probably when Brady was on the tour. But that marks a good snooker player, the ability to adapt. Some tables will be like skating rinks, and some will be like going through a thick meadow of grass. So always like those cross double shots. There's a potential of potting the ball, but obviously safety is the big focus in mind there, leaving Angus relatively long shot. Found the gap, very nicely done.
Ooh, watch out, cue ball. Watch out, cue ball. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Tap on the table, nice shot. Yeah, I think if I had an analogy for my preferred form of a snooker table, I would say something of a furry ice rink.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
A little bit, yeah. Obviously, there's nap on these tables, so obviously when you're going from bulk to the top end of the table, that's pretty much where the yellow ball right now is in kind of the bulk end to all you newcomers, and down where a lot of the reds and the black and pink are, that's considered the top end of the table. And if you just run your hand from bulk to top, it's very nice and smooth. But if you go the opposite way, you'll feel a little bit of that nap, and you'll see sometimes on those slower shots with the cue ball going up into the bulk area that it might just bend just a little bit to one side. That's a shot that Brady wanted to have back. That too thick there.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to nestle up onto the top cushion, right? Because nothing really is on if he nestles up close to those two reds. So I'm interested to see how Angus adapts to this, because he knows he's playing a better player. So I think Angus just has to find a balance in his rhythm, because oftentimes he can get a little bit too out of sorts by just playing a little bit too quick. It definitely benefits him to play in rhythm, though. I think he's very much a rhythm player.
Yeah, there's a fine line from playing in rhythm and then playing quick. For all these that tuned into the BC Open a month ago in the final with Albert Kenny and Max Guan, we saw that Max is a very quick player, but almost too quick he was playing that. Maybe rushed a few of the shots and unfortunately lost to Albert in that final. Sorry, that was a spoiler alert. Hopefully everybody's up to snuff on the Pacific West snooker scene.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't watched it, I think it's on Q Sports Live. No, it's not. It's Snooker Canada has it hosted now, right?
Correct. It's on Snooker Canada's Facebook page.
Facebook, yeah.
And I'm not too sure if it's on YouTube, but it might be there, but definitely on the Facebook for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, usually these first frames of a tournament, they're always kind of a little cagey. You know, both players just kind of waking up a little bit, getting the arm going. So definitely beneficial if you can get this first frame on the board. It gets you into the tournament feeling confident. I think as long as Angus doesn't really leave Brady an easy starter, he should do quite well. And admission is free all weekend long. We're at Ox Billiards in the Capitol Hill area of Seattle, Washington for this 2023 Seattle Snooker Open. It's just day one. This is round robin action all day long. Tomorrow we'll have the knockout phase starting, leading up to crowning the champion on Monday night. Kind of changed a little directions as it slowly went back towards that brown ball. Just a little
flick to the left.
Little flick. But Brady, who's been around the game for a long time, hasn't jumped to the tome chalk, which you see a lot of the players, amateur and professional, using now. And that chalk doesn't leave as much dust as the old triangle chalk or master chalk.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, you know what I think it was is that cue ball rolled into the brown spot, I think. And I think it kind of had hit that spot. You can go back and watch it. I think it's just slightly rolled into the brown and then rolled around it, kind of like a little cone.
Well,
nice save there.
He wasn't punished for it, so...
Yeah, this is definitely Angus' style. Kind of make one big pot and then get on a run, but it's not working out so far. He's left some openings, which I think Brady's on the verge of taking advantage of pretty soon if he keeps making these mistakes. Tried the snooker there. That would have been a nasty one.
True, yeah. Just give him a couple more matches and he's tight behind that green. Just that first match is warming up. Yeah, I've said a lot of the time in the booth, sometimes with the amateur world that we're in, maybe, smash open those reds, put the pressure on your opponent to make balls. But that the one case where that isn't the case is probably towards this gentleman here, Brady Golan.
Oh, it looks like a foul on the green, I believe.
Nope,
Yeah,
he hit the red first.
No, he's talking about he hit it with his cue by accident. He had an incidental foul, I believe.
Oh, okay. Good eye.
I believe the score should be 13-9, yeah.
Yeah, great sportsmanship in this game. A lot of the players, we don't have referees at every table. Even if we do, sometimes there's a foul that nobody sees and only the player does. And they will more often than not call it on themselves. It's just pretty much cheating themselves if they don't call it. So a real honor in the game that we're proud of. So
there is a gap, right?
Yeah, there's a good shot of Brady for all you wondering what he's looking like these days. If we have any of
Old side by
long-time
side.
tuners in from, Brady had quite the hairstyle back in the day, that's for sure. So,
Yeah, maybe we'll find a picture of him in the old days and put it side by side up on the screen. That'd be funny.
oh, I don't know if he'll be happy with us if we do
Whoops.
that.
We just happened to find this.
Thanks for tuning in, Buck Moose. It's been a while. Good to hear that you're enjoying the snooker.
Yeah, one of our regulars on the Twitch chat now.
Does that red go? Maybe that black is it. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, that red that's near the top left corner. Can he get by the black? He's taking a good look. Looks like it does. Didn't, and just taking his medicine and playing safe. Look out for this cue ball. Be okay. As our vantage point is pretty much where Brady is right now. That's where Christian and I are sitting. Buck Moose being a responsible snooker viewer. He's at work, so he's not playing hooky, but glad that he can tune in from work. Hopefully our friends from the Motor City can tune in.
Say cheese, Mr. Bernie.
There we are. I don't know why we have to be on camera. We just need to be behind the scenes.
Just a quick little sneak peek of our commentary setup.
Now if I've made a bad call, players are going to have a visual of who we are. And
Now they know who to look for, right? Yeah.
yeah, so that back alley might be a bit disturbing later tonight. Who knows?
I'll meet you in the parking lot. Nice shot there. It's a tricky situation where these reds are all lying. They're kind of... Both sides have reds high up on the cushions. On the longs.
Yeah, there's only like kind of really three that are out in the open that are kind of more easier of a pot.
Oh, it's close.
That's what I say. Those cross doubles are always very nice. He's put his cue ball deep into the bulk end, leaving Brady with a long safety shot. Very nice shot there.
Shot.
So in snooker, that is considered a shot to nothing. What do we mean by that? Well, he took that shot on knowing that he's going to be bringing his cue ball back to the bulk end nice and safe. So if the red goes in, great. If not, he's safely in bulk. Buck Moose's connection is a bit spotty. I'm not sure. I don't think that's much on our end. That might be maybe just with your internet provider, or maybe the boss is wondering what you're getting into. So they're trying to calm down that stream for you. So hopefully it clears up Buck Moose.
You can always try going on YouTube or Facebook and see if the quality gets better or not, but it just depends. But hopefully everybody can see the balls clearly. We'll try to zoom in and get some nice tight angles whenever we can.
Yeah, it seems like, not sure what Brady is looking for. I guess maybe the long rest here.
So it looks like there is, let's see.
Oh, no, just looking for a little extension, telescopic extension for his own cue.
I think that looks clear enough, yeah. Black and pink are not touching. So maybe this break is on if we can get back down here for a red. Get the black and the pink on its spot. Now he's looking at. He's got all the choices. We brought out all the toys. We've got the spider, the extended spider, and the swan neck.
I think that's why he's having a little bit more time. He's not used to all the many great options here at Ox, that's for sure. Sometimes you're lucky to get just a spider and maybe a rest at some rooms, but Mike and his team has spared no expense here at Ox Billiards, giving the players A1 conditions.
All right, little safety. Oh, we got Triple G, Greg Prendergast in the Facebook chat saying good connection, no issues. Great quality camera as usual from Ox. Thank you, Triple G. Shout out to him, local pool player and snooker player and golf and one pocket. He plays them all. Banks, whatever. Pick your poison. So we're in kind of a tight one. This is getting a little bit back and forth. Still no big breaks from what I can tell.
No, have they put up a high break prize? I know we got Bernie's best, but is there a high break prize in this tournament?
I'm not exactly sure. I think we'll have to ask a tournament director to figure out if that's the case. I don't know if Mike's tournament director, if CC. I know CC's playing. All right, YouTube is working. The Moose is here, he says. Buck Moose goes by Slow Push Tony on YouTube. Nice stuff. Yeah, it's one of the beauties of being able to stream to multiple platforms. If one is down or if there's something going on, you have another couple options. And what I do like about streaming on YouTube is that you can effectively immediately rewind if you want to go back in time and just see the shot again for yourself or check if it really was a foul or not. Wow, that's a thin hit on that red. Watch out, cue ball. Ooh.
Very nice. He's got a little smile to himself, Brady, there. Knows that he almost found the bottom of the pocket with that cue ball.
Ooh, hit the top edge. He's going to leave this red possibly.
Yeah, Brady's going to be coming right into our backyard.
Okay, Triple G. You can change the settings on Facebook to allow replay rewind also. We'll have to figure out how to set that up. Or I'm not sure if we have to set that up on our end or if the viewer does, but it might be on our side. That is a nice feature, though, in general, of being able to just rewind. That is until we implement instant replay on our side. Well, that's a little project in the works, so hopefully in the future we'll have that set up. We'll see. Now he's in a bit of a predicament here. He got a little too close to this yellow, but the blue's on. I see. Okay, so it is the live streamer that has to change in the settings to broadcast the feed. Okay, awesome. We'll take a look at that.
Yeah, if he hit that with base, he'd have to be extremely accurate. So just rolling it in and give every chance for the blue to drop. And now probably going to take his medicine and come back into the bulk end.
Yeah, the thin hits from Brady have been quite spot on.
I was surprised that we didn't see Angus in here last night practicing. A lot of the round robiners actually weren't in here, but I did hear from I think Jamie Miller, who's helping out behind the scenes, was letting me know that a lot of the local players had been in here Monday to Thursday just practicing like no tomorrow. So maybe they just thought, oh, we'll give a chance to the out-of-towners because they probably traveled in yesterday. And sure enough, Brady and Ross were at the table for quite a while.
Yeah, the two of them were playing a lot yesterday. I saw that.
That's a little unlucky. It's gone off the horn there. Let's see what Angus can do with this. So reds are getting open nice. black will go back on the pink spot.
Uh-oh. This could be trouble. This is the type of situation where Angus, if he's on, he's got the potential to put on a big break. But like I said, it's all about the rhythm here, I think.
Lining up for the pink. I think the black spot is open, that the black will go back on there. Looks like it there, so.
Yep, looks like it fits.
That red goes past to the top left, so.
Danger mode.
Yeah, he's just got to keep his nerves in check. Just take one shot one at a time. But as we've said many, many times in the amateur game here in the Pacific West, that a lot of these frames and matches do come down to the colored balls.
Oh, tough miss there. Wow. I think that was one instance where he kind of broke the rhythm a little bit. He kind of just got down and shot it. I think each shot before that, he was kind of taking a look, coming over, seeing if he makes it, and then knocking it in, taking a look, coming over. It was kind of like a dance almost.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt a little quick on that one.
He did need some pace to get onto the black, and that's what made the shot just that much more difficult. The only problem is now he's opened the door for Brady, and let's see what Brady can do with his chance here. So a good little sparring match.
Yeah, that could have been a frame-winning break if he was able to take these reds, but now Brady's got plenty of space to make a comeback, and everything is on besides the top two, what the brown and the green looks like, so he might not be able to get a full clearance in this, but we'll see. It's not out of the question.
Yeah, Brady's going to need a good yellow to green shot. They're not... Obviously, you'd love to have them on their spots for sure, because that's just the routine practice that every player does religiously over and over and over again of clearing the colors.
Maybe he's playing for blue here. Maybe pink. No, I think blue.
Blue with a little stun. Get up there for the yellow and get the good angle to be onto the green.
Oh, overcut that. I think he was trying to open up the brown, it felt like. I don't know. He got awfully close to it, and he overcut it, which tells me if he cuts it cleanly, he probably makes contact with that brown and gets maybe on the green. I'm not sure. It's like a break of 17. Nicely done, though.
Yes, Greg, or as I've heard from Christian Triple G over there, Brady is quite an accomplished player. I believe 2-time Canadian champion, 2-time BC Open champion. He's been over on the Pro Tour back in the late 80s, early 90s. So he definitely knows the game through and through. And good fun if you're a fan of the game. Just if you got a moment, it's just fun to sit beside him and just hear some of the stories of what he got up to over there playing in England.
We got Arnie in the chat saying rack it up. Yeah, I think that's when Angus was on his break, but not yet, not so soon. Oh, this is going to be on, I think. It's a good starter, and he might have some angle to come to the green, or it might be perfectly straight in. Either way, he's got a chance here. Oh, he had to go forward. He was going a little bit too much away from it. Oh, unfortunate. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, if he avoided that black, he would have been feeling well, but might be able to get behind the blue. Ooh.
It's going up and down. Oh, watch out, green. He wants it to keep rolling. He wants it to go. It's going to be close to the side. Yeah, if this green is on, I think.
I think a little too pacey there for Angus. Yeah, SC Manhattan, there are some good Canadian players. And also we got Ross Bradson, who's down here. He's quite a good player. He won the qualifier up at Top 147 Snooker and Billiards Lounge in Richmond, British Columbia, to punch his card to the knockout round. And Ashik Taki, he was looking pretty strong last night against our good friend Prathamesh Suwat.
Oh, no.
And both players can just taste that first frame, but you just haven't got it until you got it.
Well, this is still frame on. Is he going to try to cut at this? Oh, this could be disaster. Wait a second. Is the blue going to come to his rescue? My goodness.
Very fortunate there. But now Brady, play probably maybe the two cushion escape here, that he could just come off the side and then the bulk cushion and just rub against that red, or brown I should say, and be able to put it in.
Oh, just barely missed, and that's going to cost him with the blue contact as well. Oh, that's painful.
Well, Angus does need the blue and the pink to take this first frame.
There's the blue. You can tell he's ramped up his speed. He's trying to loosen up the arm. I think this one will tell us if he's comfortable if he sinks this one. Oh, just a little thick. And game still on.
Yeah, that was a clear chance to draw first blood there, and Angus is going to be kicking himself, I'm pretty sure, just watching this first frame and maybe hearing a little bit in the background, know that Brady is a top-notch player. Definitely probably one of the favorites, I would think, to raise the title on Monday night. So you can't squander those opportunities. What a little steal at the end here for Brady. It's a thin cut. These side pockets are tough. Just has to roll it in.
Oh, no. Wow, I caught the camera angle right as he shot it. Just hit it thick.
It's only frame one of game one here in the championship. We're going down to a black ball. High drama already.
And he nails it. Wow, close frame there. Holy smokes.
Definitely Angus can breathe a sigh of relief there. So Angus takes that frame, 59-49, and we will be right back with frame two. And welcome back to the 2023 Seattle Snooker Open. It's frame 2 of a round-robin match between Angus Liu and Brady Golan. David Burney's in the booth with Christian Youngers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, we got a question in the chat. How many players are playing today, and who are the locals from Triple G? Got a field of 24 players, I believe. Pretty good amount are from out of town, actually. But I think the locals we have are our very own Daniel Sardancilio's playing. Clay Belvoir, another local pool player, is playing. Who else we got? Javier Valenzuela, kind of a local. I think is maybe from Oregon area, somewhere outside of Seattle. Other players, some of our members here at Ox Billiards. We got Alex Newstead, Srikanth Potpourri. We've got Jay Ma. Angus is playing now. He's from a local player from Empire. We've got Francis Cho, Arnab, Chris Lamb, Dave Daly. We got some locals definitely playing, but we got some out-of-towners too. Gary Wallace. Ethan as well, another Ox member, kind of a last-minute entry. And yeah, pretty good field. I think it's going to be a fun tournament.
Yeah, I think with the right now in the game of snooker in Canada and America, we don't have the high prize monies that we'd like to have. We're working on getting sponsorship and all that stuff. So with these tournaments, you're going to see predominantly local players, and then you're going to get a few.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as they unveiled that beautiful trophy and was saying that it was a $3,000 first place prize, that started to perk up some heads, definitely north of the border. So we're happy to see about a 6-pack of Canadian players coming down. And actually, we do have a player all the way from Arizona made the trek. I think he plays out of our friend Romil's Snooker Academy down
nice. There. Okay. All right, Triple G's putting on the vest. He says going to try to make the next one. That's good to hear. Let's do it.
Well, if anyone wants to make quite a long trek up to Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the Alberta Open Championship will be going on, running from April 28th to 30th. You can go on Snooker Canada's website and search out how to register for that lovely event. Ron Tatterton does wonderful things in the province of Alberta.
Nice shot into the middle there.
I like how Suzanne definitely appreciates how difficult this game is, and it is. Brady is making it look rather easy right now, but he's been around the table for many years. And when you turn into the pro circuit, you do see these guys just making shots all over the place. It seems like they can rifle off centuries with ease, but they've been doing it so long, and believe me, as soon as you try and put your hand on the table is a very difficult task.
Oh man, that's the second blue he's missed into that pocket. I think both of them has been overcut just slightly, so maybe a bit of a pattern in those misses.
And I believe...
Oh, this plant?
I'd have to... Oh,
sorry.
No worries. I believe there's a great shot there. Good eye on that plant there, Christian. I believe the bracket is up on challenge.
Is it on? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I know Mike has a paper bracket here. This one might not be online.
Okay.
We might need to get a little visual of it and update the folks throughout the day. I'll see if I can get that working behind the scenes in a bit. We'll see. But we are in the group stage right now, right? So we're going to be playing group stage all day today. And this is to qualify the last 8 players into the bracket stage. We've got the top 8 seeds already determined. And, yeah, the top 2 in each group of 4 is going to advance to the knockout round. And we'll be placing, I believe, the first place players in each group are going to get a random draw and play the bottom 4 seeds in the knockout. And then the second place players in each group will play the top 4 seeds in a random draw.
Definitely a bit of the excitement if we do have that interesting 3-way tie that can happen in these round-robin matches. that it will go to a blue off-the-spot tiebreaker. And I have to tell you, we ran into that at the BC Open about a month ago, and that generated a huge amount of excitement.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much everyone in the room got off their tables and was just focused on the tiebreaker. So
Did not disappoint, that's for sure. Ooh, is this on? It's on. Nice pot there. And the way he hit it, it sounded like a bit of side on that ball, maybe a little bit of low. It just sounded like he put a lot of spin on that.
yeah, once again, a shot to nothing, putting him into the bulk end. I think he's got to just be able to draw back for this red in the middle. Very nicely done. That's true, SC Manhattan. These are heated tables. So that's an interesting sensation sometimes to some players that aren't used to. Why is this table feeling just a little bit warmer? Because probably your average billiard room or snooker room wouldn't have these exceptional tables, and in these early morning matches the table might feel a little cool.
Yeah, and we actually turned up the heat on the tables just for the event. Normally we keep them around 35 Celsius maybe. And I think we kind of ramped them up to as high as they go. I think it's 50 C, and they're settling right now about 45 Celsius. So you definitely can feel the heat coming up from the table.
Celsius, very Canadian of you. I like it.
I mean, yeah, that's what it's actually international, not just Canadian, right?
Well, it is true. There's only 3 countries in the world that use the imperial weight system. Bonus prize, anyone out there in the stream, do they know the 3 countries in the world that use imperial? I'm talking about feet and pounds and ounces, not grams and centimeters.
I definitely know 2. Who's the third, though? I'm trying to think. Is it another Commonwealth country?
So a nice little small break here by Brady. I think he's going to now just run and hide into the bulk end.
Bratmir says that's un-American.
Un-American Christian? Oh, no, that's you, Christian.
He's telling
yes,
me that
it's
I'm
not
being
a religious
un-American.
thing. Okay.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just saying, in America we use both. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise in Canada, but officially, I guess, Lucas saying the U.S., the U.K., and the Philippines. Unfortunately, the U.K. is still on metric, and sometimes to throw a loop, the U.K. throw in stone.
Stone? Interesting.
Yeah.
What is a stone?
I believe it is 15 pounds.
Oh, okay. So
stone.
intermediate between like a ton or something. Okay. Because a ton is also pounds, right? Same system? U.S., Liberia, and Myanmar. Not sure about that one, Triple G, but we'll have to check that.
Mm-hmm. Tajinder, we're looking into finding out about scores for other tables.
We don't have a live scoring right now. We gotta figure out how to build that in. I know Cloud Snooker is a choice for setting up live scoring, but we're trying to figure out. But for now, I think we can give a room update, right? We've got Dave Daly playing on our second TV table. He's playing over here against Javier Valenzuela. And I think they're 1-0 in that frame. Not sure who's up. 21-33. Every match, I believe, is 1-0. We got Clay Belvoir playing against Chris Lamb on another table. I'm not sure what our third table is. Is that Akshith?
I believe there's Chris Lamb, and Chris Lamb is playing Clay Belvoir.
Yeah.
Yes, Lucas, it's kind of universal, I guess, when it comes to snooker. There's sometimes, you see an inch short or inch perfect, or he's off by a millimeter. It's a game of millimeters, so.
Yeah, millimeters quite often, I feel like I've heard. So, there's another chance for Brady, right?
Great opportunity, yes.
Wow, he's...
Could be in for a treat here, everybody.
Yeah, all these reds are on. He's almost tempted to take this this kind of red closest to the pink spot, I believe, because if he makes this, he at least opens up one of the pockets for the pink. But he's dead straight, it feels like, on this lower red. I don't know which one he's going to take. He's kind of looking at it back and forth. You can lay up for the black if he takes the lower red. What do you do here? I wonder if the pink will still pass if it gets put on its spot. Or you can try to take that red later. I'm not sure. Definitely the one straight in is what he's going for, right? Interesting. So it must be that the pink spots and still goes, or the red still goes, I guess.
I think so. If he draws back a little bit on this pink, he'll have that red that's right by the pink spot. And, Brady's been around the game for quite a while, so he won't leave much to chance. So it's a little bit... got into it a bit much, yeah. Yeah, there is a long red, obviously, that's by the blue spot. Because I think these two reds on the left side really...
Yeah, it doesn't really have an edge. Might be that he's just going to try to play the plant.
It's tricky. A lot of space between all balls there.
Don't know if I like this, but there's not many places to play safe here, I feel.
Might be straight on, so...
Ooh, super close. And now I think how he's left it, it's even nicer of a plant now. Wow, what a tough shot.
It's true. It's interesting. It's almost seeming like Angus has the same length of a plant shot that Brady did. The only thing is the cue ball and the object balls is a bit different. But great shot there by Angus.
Yeah, in the pool rule, we call that one dead. That combination or that plant is just dead. You almost can't mess it up if you just try to make the ball that you're contacting first. It's kind of an interesting way to think about it. So, tricky situation. I don't think this pink is on, so he's going to play maybe safe or play up for the brown.
Yeah, safe would have been automatic, obviously, but with those reds up in the bulk area, that just makes it a bit more tricky, and now he's...
Not many places.
That's amazing. So often we see, like, if a player loses frame, they really come back fighting in the next one. Brady with a rather commanding lead here in the second frame, 36-2, but plenty of points still on the table.
And what looked like a big wide open opportunity is now starting to get a little bit more clustered, a little more tricky. It's crazy how little it takes to get out of line. It was just that one red that kind of, or the pink, I think he just screwed the pink a little bit too far, and all of a sudden the whole frame becomes totally different.
Yeah, like we said, it was a game of millimeters.
Mm-hmm. Incredible.
Brady can take this red by the blue spot into its yellow pocket. Just stun it around there. He'll have the yellow into the middle pocket and really won't be... If he misses it, he's not in trouble.
Well, that's the only red he can leave on, and it doesn't look like it's easy. It's still potable.
gave it a shot. That pink has blocked the red. It's a bit tough now that all the reds are kind of getting more up into the bulk area. It's not a traditional safe for Brady. Have the angle to come back to the top end off this red into the green pocket. It's coming down nicely for the pink.
It's going to get a little close. It's that extra heat. It's rolling. It's a tough one.
Yeah, he'll definitely be mindful of the push shot. Obviously, the push shot is called if the cue is still touching the cue ball when the cue ball touches the object ball.
And break is on now. It's got a red up in the top corner pocket. What, yellow pocket, looks like, in the jaws. I think he'd like to play maybe for the red into the green pocket next. And kind of use this other red as backup. It's got a natural angle to come up there anyway, so...
Yeah, definitely you can try and play for a more trickier red, but knowing you have the insurance of that red that's just sitting into the jaws of the yellow pocket.
And if he gets perfect on it, it might be worth, but ooh, he bumped it. So probably not going to be taking that red anymore.
And it's going to take his rather easy one here.
Looks like SC Manhattan saying our video is stuttering badly. We'll have to take a look at that. And the audio. We'll check out my stats here and see what's going on. Let us know if you guys can hear us well and if things are still working.
Well, Angus has to run out with blacks here, so a tricky order as he's trailing by 51 with 51 on the table. He's got to take reds with blacks to force a black ball respot, so a lot of work for Angus to be done here if he wants to capture this frame and match.